So to kick things off with this video, a couple honorable mentions. One being that Dolph Ziggler actually debuted last night at Wrestle Kingdom in New Japan Pro Wrestling. On top of that, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was actually announced and where it was going to be this year. It's going to be in Toronto at the Scotiabank Arena. So that's just an honorable mention. But now, straight into the video. So I want to kick things off, and I want to talk about how AEW can fix themselves this year in 2024. And running down, I was like making a list, and I was like, no, I don't need to do a list. I don't, because there's three main things, and there's three main topics. So it's not even a full list. It's just three main things that they need to do to put themselves back on the map, right? And I want to kick things off right away with number one, and that's reframing to do anything the same exact way that the WWE would do it. Now, if you guys watched Ango's live stream last night, which would have been January 3rd, 2024, I would have said already there were some things that they were doing that were very WWE-like that I'm not a fan of, but there's still time to change those things, and it's okay, right? I'm not upset with it, but I just think Tony Khan needs to step away from the idea of what WWE has done correct and start doing what you feel is correct. Don't look at the other person and think that they're always right, because they're not. There was a point in time where WWE was actually the lower grade scale, right? No, everybody was sick of the WWE. And now we look and, I just see on Twitter and I see the bashing of AEW. Me personally, I hate it because I want to see AEW succeed so bad because there are so many great talents over there in that company and they deserve the absolute world. And that's just the truth behind the matter. But next, to make the debuts of new superstars, make them feel important. Instead, so what AEW used to do is they would go out and they would bring in a lot of ex-WWE talent, and to say that the ex-WWE talent would be it would overshadow the actual AEW superstars. So last night's Dynamite on January 3rd, 2024, Deonna Purrazzo actually made her debut, and it felt special. And not special in the sense of it was this huge moment. It felt special because it was in her hometown. Her husband was there. Her family was there. Those things made this feel special. So AEW actually stepping in and making these debuts feel important matters, right? And then from my understanding at the end of the show, last night, January 3rd, 2024, Tony Khan actually came out and said that they were going to be seeing more of Daniel Garcia in 2024. And one thing that I want to make clear is yes, right? Make your homebred talent your focus. That is the best thing that you can do for your company, is making your homebred talent important. Daniel Garcia is very, very important to AEW. He may not be the biggest superstar in the world, and he may not be the biggest person in the world, but he's important to AEW. The reason why, he's a homebred talent, and he's very good at what he does. So when I watch AEW, I actually watch AEW for the pro wrestling side of things. If you want me to be honest, they're very good at pro wrestling. When I watch WWE, I watch for the storylines. I love the characters, all that. Now, do I think that both have WWE is really good at the pro wrestling side too? Yes. And AEW can be at times very good at the storytelling side of things? Yes. But I know where both succeed. WWE succeeds in the storytelling side, and AEW succeeds in the pro wrestling side. So, Daniel Garcia, to me, is a great pro wrestler, and I watch him strictly for pro wrestling. So, the fact that I get to see now more of him in 2024, as long as Tony Khan keeps his word, I'm happy. Those things make me feel happy. So, I want AEW to really hone in on this talent. Orange Cassidy, Wheeler Yuta, John Moxley, those Eddie Kingston. These are guys that I need you to make feel important all the time. Samoa Joe and what he's doing over there is fantastic. Swerve Strickland, what he's doing over there is fantastic. Don't worry about the big names. They don't matter. Make your name, right? That's fair. That's a good assumption. Make your own name. You don't need to worry about anybody else. So Tony Khan, I really want to hone in on the idea that there is nobody besides them. honestly, I mean, I know that we were so mad at WWE for so many years because they would not acknowledge AEW, but truth of the matter is I don't want either of them to acknowledge each other. I don't want them to even think that each other exist. And the reason why is because that's when I'm going to get the best version of both. When you take drama and you take arrogance and you take all of those factors out of what these guys are doing in this pro wrestling industry, you will find that that's going to be when the best pro wrestling, the best storytelling, that's when you're going to find the best. Because when you live a life like there's no competition, you normally kind of put out your best stuff. And I know Vince McMahon back when, created SmackDown strictly so he could have more competition for himself because WCW died and competition, it breeds success. But I also think when you focus on yourself, knowing that competition exists, that's when you're going to get the best version of yourself. Knowing that they exist, not acknowledging them, but knowing that they exist and knowing that there is a competitor out there. And you tell yourself that. You don't need to tell the fans. Just tell yourself that, hey, these guys exist. They are out here. Let's make this show the best show that we can make it. Man, oh man, oh man. And I want to say that AEW, I do believe, is going to get all of these things right. I do believe that watching last night's AEW made me feel better about what is going to happen in 2024. Now, again, I wasn't the biggest fan of the show, and there were some flaws, like the Wardlow thing. Not a fan of that. That's just me being honest. But AEW is going to fix a lot of these flaws that I've had and many others have had with them in time. So it's only a matter of time before Tony Khan does and goes and gets all of these things right. I'm so excited, man. I really, really, really am. I love AEW, and I want them to succeed. I want them to do well. Just because I'm not a fan of it right now doesn't mean that you can't change my mind later. It's the truth. I started off a big AEW fan. Then things dwindled, obviously. But I'm looking forward to the future. And you keep doing shows like last night, I'm going to continue to watch. It's just my honest truth. But that's all I got for you guys today. My name is Billy. If you're new here, definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel. Also, you can become a member down below. I am getting members every single day, so why not be like them? Come join the channel. There's some cool perks that you guys will get for joining the channel. I'm super excited. Also, there is like a hoodie that I have up. I'm actually going to completely I'm going to completely revamp this store, and we'll see where we go with it. But right now there is the hoodie down below that you can go check out. And yeah, I have more content over on the channel that you guys can go watch if you would like. Nice little discography going on here for you guys. Other than that, though, that's all I got for today. And it was nice talking to you, and I appreciate you guys. And leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys thought of AEW Dynamite and if they can possibly fix these wrongs that they've, sadly at the end of 2023 were happening. So hopefully they can fix them. But also join the Discord. That's it. That's all I got. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.